Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the webinar. Okay, welcome back. Sorry about that. I lost you for a second there. It looks like I got kicked out. Welcome, everybody, to the webinar. I am excited to be here with you this evening. My name is Eriks Johnson, creator and CEO of Teamzy. And tonight I'm going to take you through how to get started right with Teamzy to become a Power Hour boss. You guys are going to have, I honestly think you're going to have some fun tonight as I show you the paces through how to set up Teamzy, how to have a Power Hour that is unbelievably effective and efficient, show you how you can build a business based on making people's day. I'll show you how to follow up, the whole thing. Okay, we'll take you through the whole thing tonight. Real quick, though, I do want to just kind of introduce myself a little bit and Teamzy. So let me just pop this up real quick. Okay, so you should be seeing my screen, how to get started right with Teamzy to become a Power Hour boss. Right, we're going to be able to not only do all the cool stuff that we're going to show you tonight, but you'll do it in less than an hour a day. How cool is that? Okay, so just to introduce myself formally, as I said, my name's Eriks Johnson, creator and CEO of Teamzy. My background is actually before Teamzy, well, I guess I had a little bit of tech experience, but really my background is in business coaching and consulting. I've been a professional business consultant and coach for almost 20 years now. And I've been specializing in helping people build their businesses based on authentic relationships and how to systemize that process. About 5 years ago, I fell into direct sales network marketing by accident. Honestly, just found some products that really helped me. And I was excited about them. And so I started to take a look at the network marketing opportunity kind of as a little side hustle for myself. And just to kind of give you guys some background, you can probably relate to this. I've got an amazing family. I love these people more than you can imagine. And the reason why I was looking at the network marketing side hustle is because I never saw them. I was constantly working, always working, you know? And though I had a great career and I had a lot of respect and the corner office and all the stuff I thought I had always wanted, I was missing my family. I just wasn't seeing them. It was especially bad after the recession, because after the recession happened in end of 2008, 2009, you know, now you're doing 3 people's jobs just to be employed, right? I know some of you guys can relate. So I was like, man, I need to create something else in my life that can give me the flexibility of time that I want while taking care of our financial needs. So I started looking at the network marketing opportunity. The big challenge that I had, though, in the very beginning was, oh my gosh, I don't have time to do this. Do any of you guys relate? I wasn't sure when I was going to get it done. Now, I understood, as somebody who helps other people build their business, I understood what needed to be done and that it was possible to get it done in an hour a day. I just needed to find the right tools to help me leverage my time. So I started looking for tools, you know, tools that would help me leverage my time. I needed to find a system that would let me, in just 1 hour a day, stay in touch with all of my contacts, because I knew relationships was the key, right? Relationships is the key to the business. And I knew that if I could stay in consistent contact with all of my contacts, that I could build relationships. I also wanted a system that would tell me when to contact people and when not to contact people. In other words, I don't want to spend all day planning and thinking and scrolling through notepads and my phone and trying to figure out who I should follow up with, et cetera, et cetera. Some of you guys can relate. I just wanted a system to say, hey, dummy, go do this. I wanted help with what to say to people so that I could start authentic relationships without coming across salesy and icky and chasing people away, right? I also needed a system that would allow me to follow up seamlessly so that nobody ever falls through the cracks. This is the biggest problem in our business, is we work so hard to generate leads and interest, and then we let them fall through the cracks. So I figured there's gotta be tools, right? I mean, this is a major industry, but there's a reason why you're listening to me tonight and why I'm talking to you about it. There weren't any compelling tools in the network marketing industry for this. So that's why we built it. Oh, there was one more thing we needed. It had to be easy to use. I don't like technology that makes my life hard. It had to be easy, right? And so we built Teamzy. You know, I put together a team of people smarter than me, and we built it. So that's kind of the story of how Teamzy came to be, because I couldn't imagine how people were doing this business without it. Well, I could. They spent all day doing it and they worked all night. I wanted to do it in an hour. So here's what's happened in 4 years since we launched Teamzy. We've had more than 100,000 people use Teamzy, which just, that number alone blows my mind. It's unbelievable. Honestly, guys, I mean, this started in a notebook, right? And it's just taken off. People are sharing it with each other. Team leaders are saying, check this out. And it's just been, people have been sharing it from the heart, which is really humbling. But I want to let you guys know that it's more than just kind of a feel-good platform. People are getting real results. Our active users right now, they're averaging 21 customers and 9 new recruits to their team over 90 days. Who wants to be average? Sign me up for average, right? Okay. All right, so let's dive out of here and actually go into Teamzy. So first off, I want you guys to know that if you're not already using Teamzy, we do offer a free trial. It's 30 days for free. We don't ask for your credit card or anything weird or bizarre like that. Honestly, just want you to use it and just try it, fall in love with it. Now, the reason I give you a full 30 days is because I believe that every single person can go into Teamzy for 30 days and create income. So even if you've got not a dollar to your name, you could have income by the end of your 30-day trial if you apply yourself and do basically what I'm going to show you tonight, okay? So when you log into Teamzy, go to teamzy.com, get your free trial. When you first log in, Teamzy will drop you into the setup wizard, which is designed just to help you set Teamzy up easily and efficiently. So let's go ahead and share that screen so you guys can see this. So here's the first screen of the setup wizard. You're going to see my face on there, getting ready to talk to you. All right, but the first thing I really want you to focus on tonight is setting an income goal. How much money would you like to be earning a year from now? Okay, so we're gonna set a goal. And the way you do it is there's this little slider. You can just slide it up, slide it down to whatever's an appropriate number for you. Based on your income goal 12 months from now, Teamzy is gonna give you a daily action plan for the next 12 months. Okay, so I'm going to put mine at $150,000, which was my goal when I started this whole thing. So at $150,000 a year, Teamzy's telling me I need to be connecting with 9 prospects each day, 6 customers, and 4 distributors on my team. Cool. That's 19 people. Now if 19 people a day sounds like a lot, I guarantee you guys, you can do that in 15 minutes in Teamzy. Let's say 30 if you're new, but even still 30 minutes and you're done. Pretty cool, right? All right, so when I click on continue, it's gonna now set up my account based on these numbers. So when we get in there, you'll see it's customized to those goals. Now, the next thing you're gonna do in Teamzy is get all of your contacts imported into Teamzy. Okay, now typically this is the hardest part, right, of setting up a CRM system. We've made it as easy as possible. There's some instructions and things on how to do different lists and how to get everything imported, step-by-step instructions. Okay, pretty easy stuff. But here's what I want you to know. First thing you want to get in is your team. So if you've got a team, you want to import those people in. Then you want to get all your customers imported into Teamzy. Then you can bring your Facebook friends and all the other contacts you have on your phone. Like every contact you have, I want them all in Teamzy, one place, organized. Okay, guys? No more just like running around chasing down pads of paper and sticky notes. That is not how business is built. Okay, and if you are trying to build a business that way, it's like drinking water through your fingers. I want you to have, this is like the most awesome, fancy cup to pound that analogy. That's what's going on. So everybody's going to be in one place, living in the cloud. You can access that list at any time as long as you have your phone nearby, which I know you guys always do. And even better, when I launch this in a second and show it to you, even better than just having it at your fingertips, Teamzy is going to present it to you each day and tell you who to connect with. You never have to think or worry about people falling through the cracks. It's just going to tell you, here's who to connect with today. Oh my gosh. No thinking. Just do it. Okay. All right. So let's take a quick look at this. Here's the Teamzy dashboard. I'll just give you just kind of a quick overview of this. You guys can explore this on your own. But right here where it says today's activities, you see this section right here? These are the goals that we just set based on that income goal. So my goals today are to connect with 9 prospects. You can see I've done 0 and I've got 9 left. So this is like a scoreboard. As I'm doing work, it will actually register here and you'll see kind of a visual, wow, you're getting some work done. My next goal was to connect with 6 of my customers and 4 of my distributors. When I say connect with, you guys, what I mean is just connect. I don't mean try to sell them or do some cheesy script. I mean connect and make their day. That's it. Just connect and make their day. Our business teaches people to cold invite and to cold share, and people hate that. That's a great way to burn a bridge with a friend. We don't want to do that. So those are my goals, my connects with prospects, customers, and distributors. The next goal on my dashboard is my share goal. This is how many times a day I share my products or my business. My goal is to do that 3 times a day. right? So I'm going to connect with 19 people. I'm going to share 3 times because I'm going to look for an appropriate time to share. Again, trying to build relationships, not damage them. And then I've got ads. My goal is to add 3 people a day to Teamzy. Just put them in. Maybe they're people I know, maybe they're people I'm meeting. But as long as I have that as a goal, I'm thinking intentionally about adding new people, new relationships to Teamzy. Okay. All right. So next piece I want you to see is this Power Hour module right here in the middle. Now, Teamzy is a full-fledged CRM. That's an acronym that stands for Customer Relationship Manager. It's a type of software that keeps track of all your contacts, their information, all of your communication with them. It's all logged, right? It's kind of a fancy word. Usually, these are the most complicated, ugly, and cumbersome softwares out there, which is why I wanted to build something I would like to use, and that's what Teamzy is. So if you go to your team page over here, you'll find a complete list of all of your contacts. You'll find all of their contact information and records and all that, right? You can do all kinds of stuff here. But on the dashboard, this brings up a Power Hour module. This helps you get super focused. And it says, forget about the fact that Eric, you have 4,000 people in Teamzy. The person who's up next is Jay. Go connect with her. Okay, go connect with her. And so I'm going to show you how to do that. We'll do a Power Hour right now. But our Power Hour module has 4 lists: prospects, customers, distributors, and follow-ups. Okay. And each list gives me only 5 names at a time. That helps me stay focused, right? It helps me stay focused. It keeps me from getting overwhelmed. The right-hand side is where I log the activity as I go so that it's tracked, right? So if you track it every time you connect with somebody, Teamzy will then know when to bring them back and tell you to connect with them again. So nobody can fall through the cracks. It's pretty cool, right? You don't have to set follow-ups to connect with people. Everybody will be cycling through Teamzy automatically, right? And I'll talk to you about what we use the follow-ups list for a little bit later in the demo. Okay. Now, last thing I want you to notice before we get started is that each name has a number next to it. See how Jay's a 5 and Rocky's a 4 and Tracy's a 3? That's their star rating, like a hotel, right? Like a hotel, 5-star, 4-star, 3-star. The star rating allows us to rate the quality of the relationship we have with that person, how much trust we have with them. Make sense? So your 5-star people are going to come up first because they're the people who trust you the most. They're the first people you'll connect with. Then your 4-star people come up, then your 3-star people, then your 2-star people. Make sense? But this is important because it also helps Teamzy create the list because they come back at different frequencies. 5-star people come back after you've connected with them to make their day. They come back automatically in 30 days. Every 30 days, a 5-star person comes back. Every 60 days, your 4-star people come back, and every 90 days, your 3-star people come back, and so on. So the more trust, the better relationship you have with somebody, they come up first and they come back more often. That's because 80% of your business comes from your top 20% of your relationships. So you need to talk to them more. Does this make sense? But don't worry about that. When you set up Teamzy, you do your rankings, and then you never have to think about this again. Teamzy will always just create the list for you. How cool is that? Okay, so let's do it real quick. Let's do a Power Hour. So the first person up next is Jay. I'm going to send her a message to make her day. Now, if you struggle with what to say, about 2 years after we launched Teamzy, the number one thing people were asking was, please put a scripts library in there for us because we don't know what to say. So we did that. We put a free scripts library into Teamzy. Even on a free trial, you have full access to it. So let's go to scripts right here, and we'll just get a quick connect script to send Jay. I'm going to send her a message on Facebook, so I'll click that. And I'll take the first one off the list just for sake of demonstration. It reads like this, if you can't see the words. It says, hi, Jane, just stopping by to say hello. How are you? I hope your day is awesome. Simple, right? And the point of the way this is worded is just to let her know, like, don't worry, I'm not about to vomit my business on you. I'm really just checking in and saying hi. Okay. So what I did was I hit that copy button. Now I'm going to paste that right into Teamzy so I can do some editing. Okay, so I got to change the name. Always keep their name in the message. Just a pro tip, just trust me on that. Always use their name in the message, at least the first time you're reaching out, right? You don't have to do it every time we go back and forth. Okay, and what else do I need here? I need emojis. Got to have emojis. Let me just put something on here, a little, just something fun. Okay, so I got a couple of emojis, great. You might not like the word awesome. You might want to change that to I hope you're having a great day. I don't care. But the point is this is here to help help it be easier for you. So now that I have this just the way I want it, I'm going to copy it and actually go send it in Facebook. I've got Facebook open right here. So I'm just going to look her up. It only takes me a second. Boom, send her message. You guys will get really fast at doing this after a while. So there's my message. I'm going to click on send, done. It's sent. Okay. Toggle back to Teamzy. Let's select activity. That was a Facebook message. See the blue button that says log connect. You click that and it's done. Now it's logged. Now look up here on my dashboard. I've got 1 done, 8 left. See that little circle starting to fill in? That's my visual cue that I'm doing work. Now look at my list. Jay is gone and my list has moved up. Jay's kind of gone back into the Teamzy flow, right? She's kind of invisible right now, but I don't need to worry about it. If she responds, we'll have a conversation. If she doesn't, she'll come back in 30 days and I'll send her another message. So Rocky's up next. What I'll do is I'll just paste that same script right in there again and just change the name. The key to success is not overthinking it, guys. Just going for it, right? Getting it done. So I'll do the same thing. I'll copy it. I'll send him the message, right? And again, I'm using Facebook Messenger as a demo, but you can connect with somebody however you do and just log it in Teamzy, okay? Facebook, I feel, is the most responsive. People respond the most, so I like to use that one. If I can connect with them on Facebook, I send them a message on Facebook. All right, so that's logged. I got 2 done, 7 left. Do you see how easy this is? So I'll just go down this list. In my case, it's 9. I'll just use the first time I go through my list, which will be like the first 6 months you use Teamzy. Just use the same script as you're making first contact with people. Just use it. Just copy it. Just send it. Right? It's so basic. It's not like anyone's going to go, oh, he said hello to me too. Oh, did he say hello to you the exact same way he said hello to me? No, it's just a connect script. Okay. So don't overthink it. Get those scripts out. So in my case, it's 9 and I'm just going to fire off 9 little make somebody's day scripts. Boom, done. And when I'm done with that, that circle will go all the way blue. And then I'll go to the next list, which is customers. And I'll start messaging them the same way. Again, don't overthink it. You just want to stay in touch with customers. You just want to connect with them. It doesn't have to be salesy because they've bought something from you in the past. Let me give you some examples from our scripts. So when I go now, it's going to be different scripts because it's customer now, and Teamzy knows. So something like this: congratulations on great results. It says, Jane, you're doing so great. I'm proud of you. Congratulations on. Okay. So maybe you are in the health and wellness industry and somebody lost a bunch of weight. Would that be a good reason to send this message? Yeah, totally. I like this one. This one works for anything. Hi, John. How are you enjoying the products? Please send me an update. Let me know how I can be of help. This could be mascara. I don't care. How are you enjoying the mascara? Send me an update. Okay. It's not salesy. It's just checking in. And this gives them this is a great opportunity for them to ask questions. And a lot of times, which I'll talk to you in a minute, they'll ask for more. They'll ask to put in more, to order more product. Right? So I love this one too. Hi, Jane, just checking in to see if there's anything I can do to make your day. So again, you'll copy the script you like, paste it in there, okay? Do your editing, get the name right. You know, in our previous example, instead of the products, you actually put the product name that they're using, things like that. Okay, so you're gonna send this off to your customer, go over a message to your customer, and then send it, okay? Are you guys with me? And just work your way down your customer list. Now, real quick on this, I just want to talk to you real quick about messaging customers, staying in touch with customers. This is the thing I find most people in our industry don't do a good job with, is they generate customers and then they don't stay in touch with them. And this is, first off, do you guys see how easy it is with Teamzy to stay in touch with their customers? I mean, that's one of the main things that it does for you. So you don't have to worry about that. Now you have an easy way to stay in touch with your customers. But it's so vital that you do it. First of all, your customers are a goldmine. Even past canceled customers, treat them the same, okay? If you're in regular contact with customers, besides it being the right thing to do, right? It's good service. But if you're in regular contact with customers, statistically, they order more products and they retain longer. How many of you want that? How many of you would like your entire team's customers to be ordering more products and retaining longer? That makes a huge, huge difference. Huge difference in the amount of income that's created in your business, right? Just by staying in touch. That's it. Just staying in touch. They order more products and they retain longer. I can't even tell you how many times large teams have done a Teamzy challenge and been like, it's true. Our sales, our volume went up 20% this month. Why do you think it was? It's because everybody was in touch with customers. Now, the other reason, this is the most important reason to be in touch with customers. This is the number one reason why I teach relationships and relationship building, because the best place to find new customers, how many of you guys want some new customers? The best place to find new customers is from current customers. Okay, let me just say it again in case you didn't write it down. The best place to find new customers is from current customers. Now, I just want you to think about your customers. Think about somebody that you serve who just, oh my gosh, they love it. They're getting great results and they love the product. Think about that person. What do you think they're doing with their friends and family? I guarantee you they're talking about your product. This is what we're wired to do. We share what's working and what we like with others, right? So right now you have customers who are talking about your products to other people. Did you know that 82% of people say they make their purchasing decisions based on the recommendation of a friend? So do the math. Your customers are talking to friends about products. Those people make their decisions based on the recommendations of a friend. Are you serving those friends? Are you capturing those customers and possibly new distributors? Probably not. And if you're asking your customers to please refer me to your friends, you might as well toss business cards out the window of a moving vehicle and hope they land in the right person's hand. What you need to be doing when you're talking to your customers on a regular basis through Teamzy, right? Because if you just out of the blue ask this of your customers, you're going to come across as a jerk. But if you're in regular contact, it's totally normal to ask them, you know, hey, Eric, I know you've been getting great results. I'm sure you've been telling friends and family about these amazing products. Is there anybody that you care about that I should get more information to this month before I get too busy? Okay, ask them specifically. Okay, great. So you talked to Nancy. Perfect. Would you mind introducing me to her so that I can get her some info? We'll go from there. Okay, it's that simple, but you got to be in touch with customers. I want you guys to know that after you've been doing this business for a while and you've built a customer list, that's the most amazing thing ever, because once you've built a decent customer list, you don't really have to go out and prospect outside of that list ever again. You get good at what I'm talking to you about, and you will be able to generate new introductions every single month, which will fuel your business. Those people come by way of introduction. They love you and trust you already before they've even met you. Wouldn't that be a nice way to build the business? Yeah. Okay. So are you getting the point? Don't neglect staying in touch with customers. Just put them into Teamzy, rank them, and then when they come up, message them. That's it. Okay. Great. Let's see here. Where am I? Share. Back to Teamzy. Okay. All right, so the next list after customers is distributors. That's your team, okay? And it may look different on your version of Teamzy. We've got 79 different versions of Teamzy now or something like that. So when you go, it may say something else, but that column is your team, okay? And it's just as important to stay in touch with your team as it is customers and prospects, because your team needs a personal relationship with you as the leader. This is why we called it Teamzy, by the way, not Leadsy or Salesy or Cheesy. It's Teamzy. It's about your team. You need to build a team if you want to have the business you want to give you the life you want, right? And here's what I'm here to tell you. You guys, I don't know, some of you are probably into social science and all of the amazing studies that people have done on what motivates people. But let me shortcut it for you. People aren't really motivated by money. They're not. In every study they've ever done, they've never been able to correlate better productivity just by raising somebody's income. But what does motivate people incredibly is relationship, connection, belonging. So that's why it's so important if you're building your team to create that personal relationship. And as your team grows, you know, having a Facebook group or doing a live video is great, but that's not the same as hearing from you personally. That's why you're going to put them in Teamzy and stay in touch. Make sense? Super easy. Now imagine how cool it would be if you got a text out of the blue from the upline person that doesn't even know you're alive right now. But imagine that upline person that you admire suddenly texted you and said, congratulations, I saw you signed your first customer. What would it feel like for you to randomly get that kind of affirmation? You'd feel amazing. So I want you guys to build your business that way too. So the third piece to the third list on your power hour is your distributor list. Again, just reaching out, making their day. There are a couple scripts in there that'll help you. Okay. All right. So prospects, customers, distributors. That's the first half of my power hour. It's just connecting with those 3 groups. My goal was 150,000 a year, which means I need to send 19 a day, which is honestly, I can do it in 15 minutes. Okay. But let's say it's 30 minutes for you to send those messages, 30 minutes, that's half your power hour done. Okay. You've made 19 people's day. Now, little pro tip, some people will respond immediately. And while they're responding, I don't want you to feel like you have to go have the conversation now. Get your outgoing messages done first before you run off and have any of the incoming conversations, okay? Then the second half of your power hour is doing your follow-ups. It's working that follow-ups list. Now, notice the follow-ups list is not automated in Teamzy. You have to put people on the follow-ups list. So I just want to clarify this. If I send you a message and you don't respond, I don't have to set a follow-up for you. You come back automatically in Teamzy. When I'm going to set a follow-up for you is when I've shared, when you've said, yeah, Eric, I'd like to learn more. And I said, great, let me show you my business opportunity. Or you've said, yeah, I'm interested in your products. And I said, great, here's the product mix I think would be best to solve your problem. That is when I'm sharing, and now you're on my follow-ups list. I'm going to put the follow-ups list is where I put people who are interested in my business. Does that make sense? The follow-ups list is where I'm being a professional. The prospects, customers, distributors list, I'm still being a professional, but it's personal. I'm working on the relationship. Are you with me? The follow-ups is where I'm professionally following up on interest. So let me just give you an example really quick, because I know I've already been on this webinar and we're almost to the end. By the way, I will do a Q&A. There's a Q&A button on your Zoom window, so you can put questions in there and I'll answer them at the end. So we messaged Jay, made her day. She responds, great to hear from you. Now I'm trying to have a conversation with Jay, okay? Because she responded. Oh my gosh, she says, great to hear from you. We're doing great. Perfect. Well, it's been, tell me what you've been up to. Send me an update. What are your kids up to? Like, ask some questions to try to get her to give an update and kind of catch up. So now we're kind of catching up, just as if I ran into her at the grocery store, right? Just catching up with her. And she's giving me her update. Well, how's work going? I'm going to ask her, she's going to tell me. And how's this going? And she's going to tell me, right? And then the law of reciprocity. She tells me about what's going on in her life. I'm going to tell her what's going on in my life. It'd be weird if I didn't. So now I'm going to tell her what's going on in my life. Oh my gosh, my kids are doing this. Grace is into soccer right now. We're doing this and that, and boom, boom, boom. And she told me about work. So I'm going to tell her about my business. Do you guys see how totally natural it is? I don't know if I told you this, Jay, but I started my own business a few years ago. It's been really amazing, and what happened was I found myself really overweight and unhealthy. And then I found this company, they helped me lose 60 pounds. And it was like a life-changing experience for me. And this is just an example, by the way, guys. If you sell cosmetics, it's a different story, but you get the idea. It's just an example. And I found, I just started paying it forward by helping other people do the same thing. And the next thing I knew, I had a business, and it's been the best thing ever, because now I'm home with my kids and blah, blah, blah. Okay. Are you guys with me? You just share what you do and why you're passionate about it. And it's normal part of the conversation. Share what you do and why you're passionate about it. And don't be obtuse about it. Tell them what you do. If you help people lose weight, tell them that you help people lose weight and why you're passionate about it. If you help people improve their skin, tell them you do that and why you're passionate about it. Is that, you guys with me? They need to know what you do and why you're passionate about it. Don't tiptoe around it. Because what will happen is when you explain that you're passionate about something, people always respond, oh, wow, that's cool. Good for you. Okay. And so when I'm talking to Jay and I tell her about my business and she's like, oh, wow, cool. That's good for you. Now it's really easy. And for me to just say, yeah, let me know if you want more information about it. If you'd like to learn more about the products or even the business opportunity, I'd be happy to share it with you. Okay. You just ask them like that. It's no big deal. If she says, yeah, I'd like to learn more, I'm going to show you what to do right now. If she says, no, thanks, I'm not really interested in that right now, go, no problem. Hey, you know what? I'm really glad we connected today and we caught up, and let's stay in touch. And if you do come across anybody who needs help in this area, would you please introduce them to me, because I want to help as many people as I can. She'll say, you know what she'll say almost every time? Sure thing. I'll do that for you. You're training her to be an advocate for you, right? If she says, yeah, you know what? I would like some more information. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to invite her to an opportunity where I can share, and I'm going to put her on my follow-ups list. So let's just have an example. I'd like some more information, Eric. Great. Jay, listen, do you have any spare time tomorrow? Maybe tomorrow afternoon? Yeah, I have a little bit of time. Perfect. Why don't we schedule a time where we can FaceTime, or we can use this thing I use called Zoom. I can send you a link so that we can kind of video conference. So we don't even have to go anywhere. but we can jump on a call for a few minutes and we can talk a little bit about what I'm doing. She's, oh, okay, perfect. So let's say we do that. We have a Zoom call, right? And I had a chance to share my business opportunity. So here's how I'm going to put it in Teamzy, you guys. I'm going to look her up on the lookup bar at the top because she's not on my dashboard anymore, right? So that'll bring me to her record. Once there, I can open the connect box so it looks just like the dashboard. And I'm going to log that we had a video chat, okay? And I'm going to put all my notes from our chat in Teamzy, so it's logged, right? All the high points. And then since I shared my business on this, as I log it, I'm going to click share. See, look on the bottom left where it says share. I'm going to click that, and I'm going to move it to business opportunity. So as soon as I log this as a share, it's now activated the follow-up list. It's putting her on my follow-up list in 2 days. Now I'm going to set it for tomorrow. You can change it to any date. It just defaults to 2. And then when I log this, what happened is it has now logged it as a share and it's put her on my follow-up list. See, the follow-up is due tomorrow. Now, if I go to the dashboard, you'll see that a share is logged. Look at that. And if I go to my follow-ups list, she's now there on my follow-ups list due tomorrow. So what has effectively happened is she has been moved off the prospects list now, and now she's on my follow-ups list. Okay. Now, this is really important because the follow-ups list, remember the second half of your power hour, you're going to come here and any follow-ups that are due today, you're going to follow up with them. You don't have to think about it. Once you put them here, it's just like, boom, are they due today? Yes. Let me send them a message. And again, it works just like sending a connect. Let me show you how this works. You can get a script. I have 10 follow-up scripts in Teamzy for you, by the way, that have been refined by thousands of people, so they work great. So go to scripts and get one that says follow-up. Here's number 1. It reads like this. Hi, Jane, just checking in like I promised I would. What questions do you have for me? Okay, so copy that script. Boom. Just like we did before, a follow-up is super easy to do. It's just like sending a regular connect. It's just a follow-up. So there's my message. I'm ready to send it. I go over here. Send my message to Jay. Paste it in there. Send. I've sent her my follow-up message. Was that easy? So easy. Now here's what we do. When we log this in Teamzy, pay attention, this part's important. Make sure you set another follow-up so that she stays on that follow-ups list. So I'll set another follow-up, let's say 2 days from now. So now that I've set her a follow-up, I can actually put a note here, by the way, to remind myself what the follow-up is about. So I'm going to just put follow-up number 2 is the next one. And then log it. Always set a new follow-up so you keep her on that follow-ups list. Now, this is the important piece. I don't have a lot of time to share with you on this, but I told you I'd teach you how to follow up. So let me just do this really quick. You see how easy this is. You're going to keep her on that follow-ups list basically as long as it takes. Might be a year. Okay, keep her on that follow-ups list as long as it takes. Now, let me just kind of explain how this works. This is where people mess up the business. All that work of connecting and talking and presenting, and then they don't follow up enough. Now, you just need to understand this statistic. 80% of all sales happen between the 7th and 10th follow-up. Okay, 80% of all sales happen between the 7th and 10th follow-up, which means if you're following up 3 or 4 times, you're missing out on 80% of your opportunity. This is why you've had somebody that you thought was interested. They didn't respond to any of your messages. Then they signed up with somebody else. What a jerk. No, actually, it was your fault. Because they just weren't ready and you weren't following up. And then when they were ready, somebody else was there. Okay, so let me explain to you guys how this works. You need to follow up 7 to 10 times for 80% of the people. Some of you guys are like, oh gosh, how do I do that without being annoying? So I'm just gonna teach you real quick how to follow up without being annoying. People will actually thank you for this. They'll be amazed by it. They'll be more likely to join your team because of it and introduce you to their friends because of your follow-up. Truthfully, okay? But first, you just have to shift your mindset. How many of you are in this business because you honestly believe you can help people and you want to change lives through your products and through your business opportunity? Well, I'm here to tell you guys, hopefully that's true. Hopefully that's all of you, right? Because that's who I want to be talking to. The bottom line is this. Your products, your business opportunity, they don't help anybody who doesn't take advantage of them. Am I right? They can't help people who've never purchased or bought a distributorship. They can't help them. And 80% of them will require you to follow up to 10 times before they'll sign up, which means this is what I want you guys to get to in your heads. Following up isn't some annoying thing that pesters people. Following up is an act of love. It's an act of love. This is how you help people in the business. And when you fail to follow up enough, when you give up on people, you send them the message that you didn't care about them. Okay? So let me teach you how to do it without being annoying so you can feel good about this. First off, all my follow-up scripts I already showed you are in Teamzy 1 through 10. Just use them. They already follow these principles. But there's 2 principles for not being annoying. People will love you for it. The first principle is don't ask them to do anything in your follow-up. Don't ask them to call you, text you, anything. They don't have to do anything, okay? They just need to see your message. The second thing is they must be able to read your whole message without opening it. Okay, let me just say it again. They must be able to read your whole message without opening it. So in other words, no voice messages of any kind, no video messages, right? And no long messages. They need to be super short. The reason why is most of the time when your message comes through, it's a bad time. It's just a bad time. They're not going to open it. They won't even open it. Why? Because they don't want to look like a jerk and by not responding right now. They're thinking, I'll open and respond to it later. But what they will do, no matter how busy they are, is they will look at their phone and read the message in the lock screen. Okay, so you want to keep it short enough they can see the whole thing without opening it, because all you care about, or all you need to care about, is that they see it. Okay, so somebody's super excited and interested, great. You follow up, crickets. This has happened to you guys too, right? You wait a couple days, follow up again, no response. Wait a couple days, follow up again, still no response. Now you're looking at your phone going, they haven't even opened these messages. What happened? Maybe you follow up one more time, no response, and then you come up with a reason. Well, they must not be interested, or they must be broke, or their husband must be a jerk, or it must be the coronavirus. Right? The truth is, they're just in their life right now. You need to just keep following up, keep following up, keep following these 2 rules. And what will happen is usually around maybe 6 or 7 follow-ups, you'll get a response. And the response will be something like this: I'm so sorry I haven't responded to your follow-ups. Thank you so much for staying in touch. Okay. And now you restart your conversation. It restarts. But here's how it works with Teamzy, guys. You just do this. This is why people are getting such great results. You go in, let's say 5 days a week, you do your power hour, you connect with people, you uncover interest, you invite those people and share, and then you have them on your follow-ups list. Every single month, people will be converting off that follow-ups list. Some will do it in 2 days, some will be there for a year, but when they're due for the next follow-up, you just send them a message. You don't have to overthink it. 3 seconds, boom, done. Staying in touch, staying top of mind with the right heart, and you'll get consistent conversions every month. Pretty cool, right? Okay, so I know I'm kind of over time. If you have questions, put them down in the Q&A real quick and I'll be happy to answer them, okay? While you're putting your questions in there, let me just give you guys a couple of action steps. Okay, here we go. So here's your action steps. First off, go to teamzy.com, get a 30-day trial started. That's a no-brainer. It's free. Let your team know to go get this 30-day free trial started, okay? If you're already in your free trial, set up your subscription. Set it up now, because then you won't miss a beat when the trial ends. You won't be billed, actually, until the 30 days is up, but you can set it up at any time so that it will bill after 30 days. Otherwise, what happens is it just shuts off, right? You don't want that to happen. Second action step is I recommend you get a 30-day success partner to do the trial with you. You know, if you're not in a trial, you're already a subscriber, it doesn't matter. Just say, hey, you want to do 30 days with me with Teamzy? Let's hold each other accountable. Maybe even 2 success partners. Groups of 3 works great too. But what you do is at the end of each day, you take a screenshot of your completed Teamzy dashboard and send it to your partner or partners. At the end of your 30-day trial, you'll probably have the best month in your business ever. Without the accountability of success partners, you'll likely log in twice, look at it, and not do anything with it. Am I right? I know. I can't even tell you how many free trials I've done. The accountability and the support of success partners is the key. There's nobody in this business that's super successful that doesn't have a success partner. It's true. All right. And then finally, I'll give you a 5-day challenge. Okay. And again, if you guys have questions, put them in the Q&A. I'm happy to answer them after this. I challenge you to use Teamzy for 5 days in a row. And during that time, to connect to an average of 20 a day. Just send connects to 100 people in 5 days. I challenge you to do this because it will blow your mind. You will create so much momentum in your business, you won't even believe it, okay? And you need to know that you have the power to create momentum in your business at any time. because so many of us believe the stories we've told ourselves. Oh, it's a slow time. Nothing's happening. I'm gone through my war market. All these stories we tell us, it's not true. Okay. It's just fear and doubt invading you. What you need to do is just take massive action for 5 days. Just try it. 5-day challenge. You'll be shocked and amazed at what you can achieve. Okay. All right. So I see I've got one question in here. I'm going to take it real quick. Raquel says, hey, Eric, I'm not sure how to import my back office contacts, specifically after creating a spreadsheet for download. Also, do you have a year subscription in Australian dollars? Okay, great questions. Okay, so if you're not good with doing, it just depends on your back office, right? Some back offices don't provide an export button. So you have to kind of copy and paste it into a spreadsheet and finagle it. So Raquel, if that's a difficult thing, what I recommend you do is sign up for a one-on-one with a Teamzy representative, and they can help you do it. Okay, you can actually give them remote access to your computer, and they can do it for you while you watch. So if you go to Teamzy, I'll you know what? I'll throw the. Do I have the link? I have the link. I'll throw the link up in the chat for you to copy. You can also get it from the dashboard of Teamzy. It'll say schedule a one-on-one, but let me just get it real quick. I've got the link right here. Hold on, I'll grab it. Here we go. Teamzy help. All right, so there's the link. Wait, let me throw it in here for you. Here's the link that you can copy, Raquel, and get that one-on-one. Okay, for those of you guys who do feel like you've got some competence in doing that, there's step-by-step instructions in our help center that walk you through every single step of what to do, okay? Sheila says, after sharing information, how often do you suggest we follow up? Okay, that's a great question, Sheila. This is not an exact science, and I always just kind of go with my gut on this based on the person's personality or whatever. But here's what I will tell you. If somebody shows a lot of interest when you share, I recommend you follow up 3 days in a row. Okay? Because the reason why, that's if they show a lot of interest. If they're just kind of blah, then that might be annoying. You don't want to follow up that much. But if they show a lot of interest, 3 days in a row, because 20% of people will close in the first 3 days. Okay? So you're kind of finding out what kind of person they are. Now, after those 3 days, then I would start backing it off, maybe 4 days for the fourth follow-up. Maybe, then maybe it's 5 days, maybe it's once a week, maybe it's once every 2 weeks after that. And so as the follow-up progression expands out, I kind of add a little time between follow-ups. Does this make sense? So that's just kind of how we do it. Because here's what I found is that if they either close quickly or they kind of close slowly. Does that make sense? But again, you're just basically, when you send that follow-up message, you just kind of look at it and go, I'm going to send the next one in 4 days, and you just set the next one, then you forget it, and when it's due again, you send the next one. Make sense? Okay. Raquel says, you rock. I should be able to find the link. I only started the trial 2 days ago. I'm loving the organization. Okay, good. Well, I'm glad that you got on a webinar within 2 days. That's awesome. I have a couple thousand on Facebook. Obviously, I don't know them all. Should I rank absolutely everyone ASAP or just the ones I know? That's really a good question, Raquel. Here's what so when you bring everybody into Teamzy, they're going to come in as 3 stars. Automatically. That's kind of the default. Now, I found that 80 to 90% of your list will remain at 3 stars, even after you've ranked them all. So the good news is you really only need to rank 10% of your list. So what I would do is get them all in there and then scroll your list and look, like you said, look for the people the people you feel good about, and give them the 4s and 5s, right? So you can start with them. And then as people come up that you don't really know that well, then you can just send them one of those little messages. There's a script in Teamzy that says something like, hey, I saw you cross my Facebook feed, thought I'd say hi. So that one works great because a lot of times there are people that you don't know, but because you're active on social media, they feel like they know you. Does that make sense? And there's already some trust, which is pretty cool. Okay. Great. Well, hopefully that was really helpful. I'm glad we got to spend a little time together. I'm incredibly grateful for your trust that you're here trying Teamzy. I hope that we'll get to work together and that we can be part of your success story as well. So thank you all for joining us tonight. God bless you. We'll talk to you soon.